From a BDR to AE, which is a pretty typical promotion path, it is table stakes for them to have hit their metrics. They don't even get considered for the job unless they've hit their metrics, which we talked about earlier, which is meetings and SQOs, as well as their activity metrics, talk time and dials. After that, their promotability is actually not metric dependent, because frankly, you can hit your metrics, but not necessarily have the skill set for the next job. And so the things that I do to make sure that they're ready to be promoted is actually outside of metrics. I do things like let them run a first call, let them run a small deal, let them run a deal that may be less qualified. Those things that actually are going to demonstrate the characteristics of an AE, I think are important before you can promote anybody. We have a very well-defined path for a BDR to become an AE. The metrics that we talked about earlier, the SQOs, the meetings, those are table stakes. They don't even get considered for promotion unless they've hit those metrics. But there's more to becoming an AE than just hitting your SDR metrics. They have to demonstrate that they have the skill set to be an AE, because it is a very different skill set. And so how we do that is a couple ways. One is that we give them a small deal or a less qualified deal to run with. We don't expect them necessarily to close it, but we want to see how they manage the deal. And we record it. We have people shadowing. I buddy them up with an AE who shadows them, and we give them feedback. If that goes well, sometimes we have to do it 2 or 3 times, but generally we really want to look for some of the core behaviors in an AE. Can they display the value proposition? Can they close for next steps? Those kinds of things. That's important. The second thing is that they actually have to give a demo or a mock first call to the leadership team. That's an important thing because for us, demoing is really important. And the last and final thing is they have to go through an interview process in the exact same way that an outside hire will have to go through an interview process, which at our company culminates in a presentation in front of our executive team, which is why you should hire me. So the answer to this question definitely depends on the ASP of the product that you're selling and the sales cycle of the product that you're selling. If it's the shorter the sales cycle and the smaller the ASP, the quicker you can promote a BDR to an AE. And on the other hand, the longer the sales cycle, the higher ASP is probably going to be a longer promotion time. But I think there's a few things that are musts. One is that you absolutely have to have a minimum, and you have to be firm on that minimum. So you have to say nobody gets promoted before 6 months. And you have to be really firm on that, because the second you start deviating from that, then there's going to be expectations and, oh, he got promoted and how come I'm not getting promoted? So that's very, very important. At our company, it's anywhere from 6 to 18 months. And once they've demonstrated the skills that we spoke about earlier, that's how we know they're ready for promotion, but it's between 6 and 18 months. I've been at companies, though, where it's been 3. I think longer than 18, you're not getting the best you can out of somebody, because the kind of person that you want to hire is someone who is an achiever. I don't even think I've gone to 18. Most of my promotes get promoted within a year.